Wednesday practice as the Chargers prepare for the Oakland Raiders, who are coming to Qualcomm on Sunday. It's the Chargers' first division opponent of the season, and it comes in Week 7. Now, 9 players did not practice on Wednesday. 2 were limited. Let's start with those, Stevie Johnson and Chris Watt. I talked to Stevie. He seems to think he's going to play Sunday. He said unless something creeps up or creeps in that he doesn't know about yet, he indicated that he'll play. Among those that did not practice, Eric Weddle, Antonio Gates, Chris Hairston, DJ Fluker, Melvin Gordon, Keenan Allen. We're going to have to wait and see on a few of those. I did talk to Melvin Gordon. He thinks he's going to play Sunday. Didn't seem like he had any concerns over his health. Now, speaking of Melvin Gordon, he fumbled 4 times this season. He did it twice against the Green Bay Packers before he was benched really for the second half of the game. He talked on Wednesday about how much it's weighed on him that he hasn't been able to secure the ball.
It was extremely tough for me to have all my family there, like you said, and not even playing a full quarter. So it sucked for me, but you live and you learn, and like I said, it's a lesson learned, and I'll be better from here on out. Holding the ball is all mental. You got to be focused. You got to know when you're going through the trenches, there's guys pulling and reaching out from every direction. You got to understand that. So from here on out, I just got to be mentally locked in on that. Just know guys are trying to feed their family, so they're going to be trying to get that ball. However, I got to understand that, and, I'll be clear and clean on that and definitely work on that. Coach just said, you can't play, as a back here or anywhere, and if you're putting the ball on the ground, they'll find someone else that can hold on to the ball. So, he just let me know. It didn't take him to tell me that. You kind of know. If you can't hold on to the ball, someone else will.
Now, I just want to point out that when Gordon was at Wisconsin and he broke the single-game FBS rushing record when the Badgers played Nebraska and Gordon rushed for 408 yards, breaking LT's old record, by the way, he had fumbled twice earlier that game, so he came back from those fumbles to have just a monster of a game and break records. And I point that out to say this kid knows. He knows fumbling the ball is not okay. He wants the chance to get out there and prove that it means something to him and that he's going to come back even harder because he's fumbled the ball. Now, we've talked about how well this Chargers offense did against the Packers and how many records that quarterback Phillip Rivers broke. And they did, except in 2 areas. The first area was the run game, of course. But the second area is the ability to score. This Chargers offense put together 6 drives of 10 or more plays, but they were only able to score on 3 of those. Phillip Rivers talked about how none of those stats mean anything, none of those long drives mean anything unless they're able to put points on the board, and that's what they're looking to do against the Raiders.
You want to win the game, so I've thought way more about the lack of plays and the plays I should have made than all the ones we made. So they kind of all go for naught, other than I think it should give us great confidence as an offense to know we had 32 first downs in the game, and we had 6 drives over 10 plays. I mean, those things, it's one thing if we're losing and we can't get first downs and we have 6 3-and-outs and all that. I mean, so it does matter that we did the good, but winning is what we got to make it turn into wins. So, but it does give us we should have no lost confidence going into this week that we can go move the ball. We got to score touchdowns when we get down there.
Finally, I just wanted to follow up on the comments that Mike McCoy made on Monday that players need to be doing more and looking at themselves and seeing what more they can do to prepare for games on Sunday and give their team the best chance to win. And I know there was a lot made of the comments that Weddle made later that he's here watching film. And I just wanted to add some context to that. Some guys watch film in the building because they go home to their family. They've got kids and a wife at home. They don't want to take work home with them. Other guys, they'd rather go home with it. They live nearby. Some guys live farther. Some guys live closer. They're able to look at the film on an iPad, so they can really watch it from anywhere. It doesn't seem, and I talked to a number of guys today, it doesn't appear that there is dissent in this locker room that guys aren't doing enough. They all know that they're losing, and when you're losing, the natural thing to do is to look at yourselves really and go, hey, am I doing enough? We're losing. We've only won 2 games, so clearly there's something more we can be doing, and that's really the approach that they're taking to all of this. Mike McCoy gave his team the same speech that he gave the media, which is look at some of the veterans, see how they're approaching it, see if you can wean anything from that, make sure you're paying enough attention to doing well on Sunday as they are. I don't know if that helps any of you. I hope it does. From Mighty1090.com, I'm Annie Heilbrunn.